The other thing because I know people like the screen calls, for all the spam that comes through. He's always trying to personalize.
For me, being an immigrant, it was a pleasure to participate for the first time ever in the 2000 census. It was my civic duty. It was the first thing that I could actually do as a resident of the United States. But I had learned in school that it was important and it was our civic duty to do it. So I asked my dad, we are supposed to fill out the census. Can you please help me? And that's the first time that I was actually able to do my civic duty here in the U.S. Right now, we are doing the 2020 census. It's the decennial census, happens every 10 years in the U.S. And everyone that lives here in the U.S., it's required to fill out the census. But why is it important for our community?
We only get this chance every 10 years. So this determines $675 billion are allocated annually, according to census data. The census affects us every day. Everything that we don't even think about is based on census data. How are our roads? Do we need new parking meters? How much money does the city need? It all depends on our census counts.
Our main focus is to get the word out about the census, why it's important, and also what our target audience or hard to count populations are. Those are children, newborns to 5-year-olds, also our immigrant community, very hard to count, renters, elderly, and the African American males.
It's easy, it's safe, it's confidential. So the only thing that the census data returns is statistical information. It does not return personal information on anybody.
We want everyone to understand. They might hear, yes, the census is here, the 2020 census, it's important, we're supposed to fill it out, but why is it important for me to be part of the census? In the last census, about 1 million kids were undercounted.
So guess what happened? For 10 years, there was no money for them for schools, funding, teachers, resources, school lunch programs, health services, Jump Start, Head Start, anything you can think of. But it gets down to around our area, in the downtown Louisville area, the South End, we are a low response rate, so we're not getting the response we need. It's funding and representation. In 1990, Kentucky lost a congressional seat. We don't want to lose any more congressional seats.
People were not counted. So we don't want that to happen. We want the right representation for our state. So therefore, we need everyone to participate in the census.
There's 3 ways this time to respond. 3 ways: online, paper, and telephone.
We also are looking for people that are interested in joining the workforce for the 2020 census. And there's many jobs available.
You go online, 2020census.gov/jobs. It takes about 30 minutes to apply, and then it could be 30 to 60 days to hear. For Jefferson County, the pay rate just went up from $19.50 to $23.50 an hour, depending on the role. Now, these are part-time, temporary positions. They're flexible. You work from home. It's about an 8-week operation at a time. The jobs are just critical. I mean, we have huge employers here. The great thing is people can work around their other jobs and their other schedules because it's flexible, and veterans get preference.
People feel proud when they go and vote, but we forget about the census. And the census is something that is also a civic duty that you can do regardless if you're a citizen or a resident.
We get one chance every 10 years, the decennial census, mandated by the Constitution, Article 1, Section 2 of the Constitution, and this is it. This is our chance. There's no do-overs if we realize in 5 years we missed a bunch of people. We want to make sure that when people get their first invitation to participate, everybody is prepared and looking forward to responding.